In today's lesson, we will be solving multi-step equations, moving on from two-step to equations that have 3 to 4 and maybe even 5 steps. So here are the steps in multi-step equations. The first one says to distribute if necessary. So you distribute when you have a number being multiplied by a quantity inside parentheses. So maybe 3x plus 4 equals 12. So if you have parentheses, your first step is then to distribute. And then step number 2 is you look to see if you can combine like terms, but you have to make sure that the like terms are on the same side of the equal sign. So if you have 2x plus 3x plus 4 equals 10. So if you look at this example, on the left side of the equal sign, here you have like terms. And then we have a 4 and we have a 10, but they're on opposite sides. So you don't combine those, but you just combine the ones that are on the same side. And then after you distribute and combine like terms, you're down to just a two-step equation where we do the add or subtract, multiply or divide. So here's our first example, 9a plus 9 plus 6 equals 78. So I'm going to draw my line at the equal sign. First, look to see if you can distribute, but we don't have any parentheses, so we don't have to distribute. Now combine like terms that are on the same side. If you look here, we have a plus 9 and a plus 6. So we're going to combine those two terms and bring everything else down. So 9a comes down, plus 9 plus 6 is 15, equals 78. So after we combine like terms, we're down to a two-step equation where we can subtract 15. So on the left side, 9a comes down, and 78 minus 15 is 63. And then the last step, divide both sides by 9. So a equals 7. Here's example 2, 2x minus 3 plus 4x equals 39. First step, look to see if you have to distribute, but once again we don't have to because we don't have any parentheses, but look to see if you can combine like terms on the same side. And in this case we have 2x and then a positive 4x. So 2x plus 4x, add those together to get 6x, and then bring down the negative 3. Minus 3 equals 39. After we combine like terms, we're down to a two-step equation where we're going to add 3 to both sides. So the 6x comes down, and 39 plus 3 is 42. So now divide both sides by 6. So 42 divided by 6 equals x equals 7. Okay, example number 3 is a little bit more complicated, added a step. And that is because we have this set of parentheses. So now we actually have to do this first step of distributing. So negative 6 times m is negative 6m, and negative 6 times a positive 1 is negative 6. So I'm just going to bring it down as minus 6 plus 18, and then on the other side equals 24. So now after you distribute, look to see if you can combine like terms that are on the same side. And on this right side, we have a negative 6 plus 18. So 24 comes down, equals negative 6m. And then what is negative 6 plus 18? it's a positive 12, so plus 12. So after we distribute, combine like terms, we're down to a two-step equation where we can subtract 12 on both sides. 12's cross out on the right. On the left, 24 minus 12 is 12, so 12 equals negative 6m. And now divide both sides by negative 6. So m equals 12 divided by negative 6 is negative 2. Okay, now we have to distribute, and not only do we distribute a fraction. 2/5 times 5x plus 15 plus 3x equals 21. And this is actually anytime you're multiplying a fraction by numbers that are multiples of the denominator, it's actually really, really easy. So we're going to multiply 2/5 times 5x times 2/5 or 2/5 times 15. And if you look here, cross simplify, so this is really 2x. And here if you cross simplify, 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. So 2x plus 6 after you distribute, and now bring everything else down. So plus 3x equals 21. After you distribute, combine like terms that are on the same side. And on the left side we have a 2x and a plus 3x. So that becomes 5x. Bring everything else down. So plus 6 equals 21. Now we're doing a two-step equation, so we can subtract 6 on both sides. So 5x equals 15. Now divide both sides by 5. So x equals 3. Okay, now we have 7x minus 8 plus 2 times the quantity x plus 12 equals 52. Well, you always start, where do you have parentheses? So we're going to start with distributing this 2 times x and times 12, and let's just bring everything else down. So the 7x comes down, minus 8 comes down, and now 2 times x is plus 2x, and 2 times 12 plus 24 equals 52. Now combine the like terms, so let's look where we have like terms. I have 7x and 2x, so those can be combined, but I also have negative 8 plus 24. So let's combine 7x and 2x to get 9x. And now we have to combine negative 8 and 24, which is a positive 16. So plus 16 equals 52. So we distribute, combine like terms, and we're once again back to a two-step equation where we are going to subtract 16 on both sides. So our 16s cancel out, and then 52 minus 16 is 36. And last step, divide both sides by 9. So x equals 4. Okay, this is our very last example of multi-step equations. Why don't you try this one on your own? So go ahead and pause the video, write it down, and try it, and then check to see if you did it right. After you distribute, combine like terms, subtract 24, and divide by 4, you should get that x equals negative 8.25. So there's your full lesson on multi-step equations. Not difficult, it just takes a little bit more time to distribute, combine like terms, add or subtract, and then multiply or divide. Good luck with the lesson.